A routine U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee interview of Assistant Secretary of State to the UN nominee, Jeremy Carl, shed a glimpse into the psyche of MAGA. Something that would have otherwise never been seen went viral because of its absurdity. Carl was asked to defend his statements regarding the erasure of white culture. He stumbled and stuttered trying to articulate examples. He cited church, food, and music. The challenge Jeremy Carl faced is like trying to explain a feeling, a sense of how things ought to be, things like he imagines it was. He stood behind his statement that whites are the most discriminated against group in America, that before Trump, whites face more discrimination than blacks. But is this true? To state the obvious, I'm a white male and can say emphatically not. I'm from the South and of a generation that was seated in elementary school just a few years after integration in Alabama. So let me help Mr. Carl out. I've experienced a few things he was trying to express firsthand. He won't say it, so I will. Make America Great Again is code for a time when all a white man had to do to get the job was show up. The hiring manager would look like him, talk like him, and hold the same beliefs. Everyone on the job would be the same. No conflicts, no debates. In the South, they have a culture of just agreeing with everything that is said as not to cause awkwardness. It's a blessing and a curse. At home, his wife had been raised to assume a position of subordinates. No mouthy feminist in the country. What I say goes was the mantra. It was good to be king, as Tom Petty sang. May he rest in peace. Everybody was poor, but black people were desperately so. Many lived in shacks. It made a man feel good by comparison. While he had not achieved much, at least he was not black. You could count on other white men to back you up, too. No matter the situation, you had them outnumbered, so it made him feel strong, proud, secure. Black people were considered lazy. Never mind that they couldn't get a job other than a laborer or janitor, and they were always dressed so poorly. An eyesore, really. That is at the core of MAGA, a time when others suffered, but it was their problem. And that was before these liberal policies like affirmative action, Pell Grants, school integration began to make life difficult for the average white man. If you were a white person who got a pass on everything, enjoyed the benefit of a higher standard of living without achieving it by merit or performance, this was a great time. Blacks started to compete for the better jobs and won them. Women started to research the feminist philosophies and began expressing views that would twist the gut of a man. And to top it off, making ends meet became increasingly difficult. All this presented an opportunity for people who saw a way to profit. It was not the fault of the rich or the corporations, and the man himself surely could not be to blame. It was therefore the minorities, the government, and the liberal media. And the contemporary divide we find ourselves in was on. Mr. Carl wanted to say all that, but under the glare of scrutiny, he just couldn't get it out. He wanted to say, why can't it just be like it was? You know what I mean, wink, wink. I know what he means. Well, what he does not know is this country is far better when the playing field is closer to level. The best talent in the best roles, regardless of race or gender, benefits everyone, including Mr. Carl. Most people in America truly want everybody to have a better life, to be treated equally, to prosper and make stronger communities. Most people, but too many don't. Minority struggle is all too obviously prevalent and real. Substandard schools, housing, generational poverty, and disproportionate incarceration. And that is why it is insane to state that white people have it worse in America than black people. Democracy strives to give everybody an equal voice and, in its ideology, an equal chance. And that's why they want an authoritarian. They need somebody to do it for them because life has been kicking them in the nuts. And by looking back, they don't have to see the boot. Thanks for liking and subscribing. I'm Tom Hoyer with The Reset. Peace, everybody.